Greetings, Fright fans, and welcome to Dr. Gangrene's Movie Night. That's right, it's movie night tonight. We're going to be watching something, but before we get to that, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who tuned in here for my Halloween countdown that we did here in October. We counted down 31 mad science movies, and I just want to say thank you to all of you who took the time to watch those. That series was a huge success, and it was fantastic. It was so nice to see all your kind comments about how much you guys are enjoying the series and the specific videos, and things like how some of you look forward to my Halloween countdown every year, and it's become a part of your annual tradition. That really means a lot to me. It's been a difficult year, and seeing all your fantastic comments here on YouTube makes all the time and effort that I put into that series really worthwhile. So thank you again, thank you. But getting to tonight's content, this is an idea I've had for quite some time now, and something I've been wanting to get around to doing. On the other side of the room here, we're here at my house, and this is sort of a little bottom room that I pass through every day on my way in and out of the back door. And I've got all these movies here behind the camera. I'm going to show you in just a second. VHS, DVD, Blu-rays. Bunch of stuff that I look at them when I'm coming in and out of the door every day, and a lot of times I'll glance over and a title will catch my eye, and I'll think, you know, I really should watch that again. I should take the time to sit down and watch it for the first time. There's some stuff I've never watched also, but a title will catch my eye, and I'll think, you know, I really should sit down and watch that. And I usually don't, just because I'm so busy, and I've got stacks of stuff in the other room that I want to get to, as well as things that are streaming, which is the way I usually watch stuff nowadays, like most of us. But yeah, so I thought, you know, this would be a good chance to just sort of go over at random and pull something off the shelf to watch. And I was going to call it off the shelf reviews, but I saw that there's some, after doing a little research, there's some video channel here that's using that name, and I thought, nah, you know, we'll just call it movie night. That kind of covers everything. So anyway, we're going to watch a movie here, and we're going to pick one at random. Set my coffee down here, and I will show you guys the movies here, and then we'll pick something. So let me move this light. And now I will show you guys my movies here. All right, so let me take this. This is, as you can see, we've got some movies here. I've got some more over here and some over here as well. So I will move this here. Let me take this camera off. All right, so coming over here, we'll start with this section over here. There's a Charlie Bronson poster, and then down here, these are Universal's, some of the box sets that Universal stuff that I have. This is some of the that's the Val Lewton stuff. There's the Universal box set again. This is the Midnight Movies double feature sets that I have. This is just some kind of random stuff here. This is some Hammer stuff down here. This is mostly Blu-rays, all Blu-rays here. Some of my favorite Blu-rays up top here, the Vincent Price collection, Night of the Living Dead, House by the Cemetery, The Beyond, Zombie, all that good stuff. And like this Spider-Man box set, this is one of my very favorite DVDs, the Spider-Man cartoon stuff from '67. And then moving up here, nice Vincent Price Hangman set there. That's a cool game. So these are just some random VHSs that I've thrown up here. And you know, I don't have my movies really in any kind of order. I should take the time to sit down and organize them and probably put them in alphabetical order, but I don't. That's just sort of too organized for me. I just sort of have everything stuck up here. Now I kind of have it grouped in clumps, like back here there's some Christmas stuff kind of put together back here behind this Zachary thing here. But anyway, so I've just sort of got some more random VHSs, and then here's more VHS, and then still more down here. That's all VHS on the bottom row, couple of stacks deep. This side I've got a few DVDs here, more random VHS, more DVDs. It's Sinister Cinema stuff, and Whole bunch of random DVDs in there. More DVDs. As you see, you guys can see I've got more to watch than it's just yeah, it's ongoing. And then on this shelf, this is all my Charles Bronson stuff. This is all my I'm obsessed with Charles Bronson, huge Charles Bronson fan, so this is all the Bronson stuff. He gets his own shelf. And then top here is just more random VHS. This is kind of a cool Vincent Price set there. It's got some cool stuff. Tales of Terror, The Raven, The Pit and the Pendulum. Good Roger Corman stuff. Bella decided to join us down here. Hi, Bella. And then over here, we've got, this is all public domain stuff. A couple stacks deep there. This is horror anthology, except for Have Gun Will Travel, of course. But this is all horror anthology Blu-rays and DVDs, and this Sherlock Holmes set that I put in there for no reason except to take up space. And then up here is more horror anthology TV, and then some movies on DVD here, and I was watching a couple of them, so they're been taken out. So we're gonna pick something off the shelf here to watch tonight. We're just gonna kind of pick something at random. Let's see here. Let's try, how about this one? There we go. Metamorphosis. This is a pretty cool one. I have watched this one time, and when I first picked this one up, I bought it used, of course, and it says Metamorphosis. Witness the change. Metamorphosis is a stunning blend of horror and science fiction. That sounds pretty good. This one had originally a battery inside of it. You could press this and his eyes would light up. This is the 3D cover. It's raised cover. And as you can see, his eyes have little light bulbs in it, which is pretty cool. Metamorphosis.
Okay, that'll be all for today.
Triple the glucose.
But we'll kill him. I know, but I don't want to run the risk of losing direction if it's too weak.
The alpha and beta waves are increasing. The pressure's rising.
Willie, it's a chance I'm gonna have to take. I'm dying.
My God. It's not a degeneration gone crazy. It's an organic mutation.
Alright, so I just finished watching Metamorphosis, and I thought I'd sit down and give you guys a couple of quick thoughts on it. You know, overall, I think it's a pretty good movie. I have actually watched this one once before, but just one time. When I first got this tape, I checked it out, And I remember thinking it was pretty good, and I liked it a lot this time as well. It was made in 1990. This one has pretty decent makeup effects for a low-budget indie picture, and some interesting science ideas. Definitely would have fit into my Mad Science countdown that I did during Halloween, or Monsters Gone Wild. This would have been a perfect entry for that, but honestly, I'd forgotten about it, or I would have added it to it. Dr. Peter Hausman, our scientist in this one, is he is experimenting with trying to reverse the effects of aging. His research is funded by the university where he works, but when his funds are suddenly cut, he decides the only thing to do, the only way he can continue his research, is to rush the results and try to get his paper completely done to prove his theory. So he finds a brand new test subject himself. Rookie mistake there, Peter. And of course, it goes horribly wrong. He begins to have blackouts and visions of things that he can't remember, violent outbreaks that he just can't seem to recall. And that brings us to this whole subplot of him going out and attacking women. It's almost a serial killer subplot where he goes out and begins attacking and killing women, but he has no memory of it. Just these brief flashes of memory where it almost wants to come back to him, but he can't quite recall what he's done. He continues to mutate and devolve throughout, eventually aging almost 50 years seemingly overnight. Kind of Cronenbergian in that aspect, in how he mutates and gets worse and worse throughout the movie until the final evolution in the final scene. I won't tell you what Dr. Hausman finally mutates into, but just suffice it to say, it is glorious and hilarious and kind of awesome.
What was it?
A nightmare from the past.
Plus, it takes place at Christmas time, so hey, bonus, it's a Christmas horror movie. It's not a big part of the plot, but hey, it's in there, so you could add this to your Christmas horror movie rotation. So I'm going to give this one 3 out of 5 skulls. A solid 1990s movie. It really, 1990, it's really kind of plays like an 80s movie. It has that feel to it. And it's an indie picture directed by, I looked him up, an Italian director who only directed like 3 things. I think this is really the only horror movie that he ever did. But he was also an actor in a ton of Italian science fiction, Western, and horror movies, and including a bunch of the Django movies, the really early Django movies, and then a bunch of the later action, exploitation, and horror movies in Italy. But yeah, it was overall pretty solid little movie. So check this one out. It is on Tubi streaming right now. I did look to see if it was on Tubi, and I'm not sure if it's on YouTube because I forgot to check, but maybe it is. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can watch that if it is. So yeah, check that out, and I tell you, if you guys like this, I'll do more in this series. If you guys like this video, I've got plenty of movies back here to choose, obviously, and a lot of stuff that I either haven't watched, or maybe I've only watched once, or I've been meaning to watch again. So we'll get to more of these if you guys like this series. So anyway, that's it for this time. Be sure and join me back here in the lab. I'll have more of my Dr. Gangrene in costume videos as well here soon. And until next time, Dr. Gangrene saying, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving and stay mad.